Hello and welcome to my review of American Crime Story Season 2, Episode 5, titled Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Received a score of 7.9 on IMDb. And in this episode we continued the trend of moving backward in time from the assassination of Gianni Versace. And this episode we got to see more about Jeffrey Trail and a little more about David Madsen, but I think the highlight of the episode was the story of Jeffrey Trail. And just like the title implies, the politics of gays in the military was very important to the episode because Jeffrey Trail was an officer in the Navy until he left because of discrimination, bigotry against him as a homosexual. And the way that this tied in with Jeffrey was that because of his turmoil within the Navy, he sought someone who would be that understanding person, and as it turned out, sorry, not Jeffrey, but Andrew Canon was that person that utilized his weaknesses, Jeffrey's weaknesses, in order to get closer to him and eventually try to abuse him and manipulate him. And we also saw, again, just the lengths and depths to which Cunanan was a sociopath, the way that he was worming his way into the social circle of David Madsen. Even in the days before killing him, the week before killing him, he was in his last ditch effort to try to just glom onto him as his youth began to fade and his prospects were grim because he had dissipated his life as an escort to the rich men who could afford his services. When his youth faded away, he had nothing left, and so we see that desperation in him. But I think that, again, the highlight of the episode was the story of Jeffrey Trail and the way that the politics of homosexuals in that decade shaped and informed those murders. I think that's the most important key to take away from this episode. That just like the O.J. Simpson season focused on the way that society shaped the response to that murder, the way that media shaped the response, we see that the murder of two gay men by a gay man was in many ways precipitated by the events that brought them together. The bigotry and the hatred and fear of homosexuals is what brought those three men together, and also allowed for Cunanan to continue his killing spree as long as he did. As has been pointed out by Ricky Martin in interviews about the show, that one key takeaway from this is that Cunanan got away with it as long as he did because he was murdering gay men. And as long as he stayed away from anyone that would get a lot of publicity, people were just more than willing to sweep these murders of gay men under the rug. But once Versace was killed and that became the media circus, it was done. Cunanan was going to be caught at some point or another. So that was my general feeling about the episode. I really liked it. I love this season, and I'm eager to see what will happen in the forthcoming episodes. And I hope you'll join me. That's all for now. Take care and be well.